Chris. How's it going, Afshin? Guys, more open source today. Feel free to unmute yourself at any point. Open source. Open form today. Feel free to unmute yourself at any point, ask questions, whatever you guys want. We had some requests from Bianca, talk about some mixing tips, anything that can help. I would say that, first of all, Bianca, you mentioned this. I think I do have this, it seems like. I'm just because I'm teaching a lot recently in the last year or so, I'm teaching a lot. I tend to only stick to Ableton, but using plugins and kind of start having specifically not only plugins, it might even be Ableton effects, but effect racks. Okay, racks that are already prepared for whatever purpose of mixing that you need to do. For example, here I have a rack called Drum Booster 2. So if I'm gonna load, and I can share this in the chat even. Let's go and load like a break or some sort. Let's go here. Where can we find a break? Here, maybe here. Breaks. I'm gonna load this here. I only want this first bar, so I'm gonna hold Shift Command, and I'm gonna bring this, just loop that. And also here, I don't know where it starts here. It should start here. Should be probably like this. Let's. Nice. So I have this rack, drum booster. I'll put it here. And it might be a bit extreme, so I'll turn it down right here from the. Without. Okay.
Wait, does that come on Ableton?
No, that's I made for myself. I just want to kind of emphasize the importance of racks. Now, if I open this up, here I have mostly Ableton effects. So I have this drum bass. I also have some map to kind of key parameters to my macro control, so I could quickly access them, even if everything is folded. I have glue compressors. Okay, again, some stuff are mapped here. Saturation, and a clipper, just like a limiter of sorts, which is free, by the way. This is free. Here, let me show in Finder. Here we go. Check the chat if you guys want that drum booster. But again, I'm using this free plugin called Clip Shifter. You can use any clipper essentially, but just something that you can really push the hell out of. There's another one called Clip Max. I think that was in Drum Booster 1, if anyone is wondering why it's 2. But racks, okay? Here's another example. Here's another, okay, here, there's a lot of examples here. I'll give you another one. This is called Vocal Depth. I think everyone should have this. This is under the vocal, what's it called? Voice Box Live Pack. It's a really great way of adding a lot of kind of like dimension to your vocals or backing vocals. But that's a preset everyone should have if you have Ableton Suite and you just have this pack called Voice Box. You should have vocal depth. Okay. Another example would be here. This is more for the push, but it's the same as even for Ableton. Like a simple mixing rack that you can extend beyond these just 8 simple ones up to 16, where you have even more quickly accessible effects, like a chain of effects, right? That you might find even on a expensive mixer. But if I open it up, it's all the essentials that we need: cutting lows and highs, mid-side balance, built-in delay and reverb that are already on their own chain, so they're parallel effects, you know, they're kind of like send effects. And some saturation and compression. So everything is already inside here. There's many you can download online. If you want this here, where's the chat? Here it is in the chat. Okay, but just to again emphasize the importance of mixing racks and even mastering racks, vocal racks. I have my vocals. Right here I have a whole rack just for vocal. Okay, so that is just taking some time to research online and download and experiment and make your own, or um, upgrade stuff that you find. Okay, so racks, I would say the biggest thing with mixing is the ability to kind of combine a lot of small tasks into just one master effect. Makes a life much more musical. You just want to move a few knobs and make it sound good. Like an expensive studio. Expensive studios where everything is hardware, all the circuitry sounds expensive. Going through all the circuit boards, all the unpredictability of electricity, everything there is already sounding really nice. You just have to move a few knobs, and that's why it's much more musical than surgical when it comes to a lot of expensive hardware. And we want to kind of emulate that workflow when we work in Ableton, and we can do that with racks, okay? And these are fairly simple racks. There's really extensive racks when it comes to genre like future bass, dubstep, color bass, all of those. Those racks are much more extensive with crazy amount of processing. So again, that's my main tip with in that regard to mixing. And if we happen to make music today, maybe we'll also see more tips, okay? But racks. And if I'll think of more racks, I'll mention them. One thing that I like, actually, this is another rack, but this is more for like special effects, not special effects, just like creative effects on things like keys and synths and stuff like that. So if I load, I'm just gonna load the basic electric piano, so this sound might be familiar already. And I'm gonna put this crisp drums. This is from the pack, let's see, place. This is from Drive and Glow. Again, another free pack that is available with Ableton Suite. Inside of it, it doesn't only come with loops and samples, and it also comes with audio effect racks. One of them is called Crisp Dreams. Really great. Again, just a combination of effects here, but awesome stuff for keys. But already, the most basic, honestly, not really good sound of the default preset of Ableton Electric. Okay, already became something much more interesting just with a rack. Racks. Okay. Please, guys, help me lead this today with any questions or anything. Oh, yeah. Bianca, you have Ableton Suite?
Yes, I do.
So go under packs and download the pack called, what was it? Drive and Glow? Drive and Glow. Go under right here, available packs. Maybe you already have it. If you have it, you just have to search under audio effect, download Drive and Glow. I already have it. Where is it? Drive and Glow. Download this, and then you can just search for it. Crisp. Everyone should have it if you download that pack. Crisp.
Okay.
And that's just another recommendation to always go under audio effects. Go right here under audio effect rack, and then you'll have so many to explore that already come with Ableton. There's a lot of gems in there. Okay.
Also, like, I mean, I really like that sound because I was gonna start like messing with like kind of R&B, like her style, like the artist her. And like Justin Bieber, kind of how it's like R&B trap, and like that sound kind of reminded me of that. So
absolutely,
yeah,
I would say a lot of those keys and chord sounds from those styles are kind of, as we can say, a lot of the drums in dance music originated from 808s and 909s. This also, a lot of the chord sounds originated or inspired from electric pianos. So this is a great sound to start from. Not this specifically. I would say choose another like plugin or something. Although they also have a pack called Electric Pianos, which is slightly better.
A question.
Yes.
So the Drive and Glow pack, I'm looking at it now, it seems to be like 1.1 gigabytes. And a lot of that is like audio loops that I'm never going to use. Is it when one downloads a whole pack, is it possible to just delete half of it or something?
So not half of it, but you can absolutely, and that's a great question. If you're not using it, it does grab a lot of space, all these packs. And we can tell Ableton where to install the packs. So if you want to install them on an external hard drive, you can. But absolutely, sometimes we don't want. For example, just to, and then I'll answer. Some packs from third-party developers used to have access, which I don't think they no longer have, like Isotonic Studios, if anyone knows, which are amazing. I love them. But
Yes.
they have these packs that install like live packs. And then I don't want it to clutter my list. I already have an insane amount of packs. So I just take resave their Max for Live devices and delete the pack. Similarly here, you can take just that preset, move this.
Yeah, it looks like they
and
have
then save
19
it.
effects racks, and that's probably all I actually need from the set.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you can even, we can go there. We'll have to go there in the computer, in the Ableton application. But yeah, resave it, what you can find. Not all
Okay.
of them might be useful, but definitely explore, because all these packs come in with some great stuff that, like
Awesome.
vocal depth as well. Okay, highly recommend that one from VoiceBox.
I have a question.
Yes, Nissi, how's it going?
Good. Are you ready for a new question? Like for
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. We can let it flow today.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. So I've been listening to the last album of Tribe Called Quest on repeat. And well, it's not. So what I'm interested in is, how would you approach if you had a folder of sound of recordings, like say political or whatever, you know, a bunch of stuff that you kind of want to get little fragments of it, but you want to do it in the rhythmic way that Tribe Called Quest does. Like, I think they're finger drumming their samples. I don't think they're actually scratching, or some of it might be scratching, but like, I've been practicing finger drumming more and more, and that's becoming like very tasty for me. And I'm wondering how to apply that that physical thing to like text samples in a creative way.
Am I still on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because everything went slow a second because I turned down my push. Everything went kind of stopped a second. Okay, Nissi. First of all, finger drumming. I love it. It's amazing. It's super fun. It only contributes to anything else in music that you do because you're working on rhythm. And in fact, most universities, current university in the last 20 years or so, now start forcing their students from whatever department of the music school to also do rhythm or drums. Okay, they also have to play some sort of drums. Every department, whatever you play, clarinet or so, it's I would say it's amazing. There is one software called Melodics, which I love so much. Melodics is kind of like Guitar Hero, but for finger drumming. So if you have any controller, it would be great.
What did you
can you guys
say?
hear
You
me?
just dropped out.
No. Yeah, okay. I think because I loaded Melodics. Let me close this. I'm not going to use that right now. We're just going to see right here.
Is it in Ableton Melodics?
No, it's not. So this is a third-party software that allows you to just load whatever beats and songs. They have beats and songs. And then it just kind of like, you see it like Ableton MIDI clip. You see the playhead just goes from left to right. And then you have to hit the right samples at the right time. Absolutely amazing for practicing finger drumming and playing cool beats at the same time. You know what? So let me close Ableton. Let's load Melodics. You might lose me for a second. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me log in. Yes, Chris, please. What's happening here with the login? Is it this? I don't think it's that. Okay, Oh yeah, it is me. Sweet. Level 21. What's nice about this, it's very social also. If anyone's on it, we can do some tournaments. But anyway, here we can go guided. So they have these guided lessons, explore. Let's go explore. This is songs. Let's go lessons. And then you see he has grade here. So let's get grade 3. I'm starting that. And I'm going to use my push here. You see the push? Wait. Do you guys see the push on the... Oh, I can bring in the other screen. Just 1 second. I'm going to open pipe 3. And... Will it? There we go. Okay. Okay, so here I'm going to play this lesson. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Let me fix that. Right, let's first stop this. Just 1 second.
We're hearing short bursts of it, but then
Let
Zoom
me
is
add
filtering it out.
Oops, not Zoom. I don't want Zoom. Turn this off and delete this. I want melodics. Thank you. Now, can you guys hear this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I can't, so I have to add it right here. Can I hear it now? Okay, awesome. So now I have this kick and snare. You see on my push? Okay, and then I play this. Oh wait, I can't see because of the screen. Okay, and then you go to like a more serious class. Let's try, what's this? No, but that's also just 2. Let's go more. They're all amazing. Yeah, you should, what's this? No. And what I like about this, it's not cheesy. It's like some cool stuff, some cool beats and artists that they... Okay, not this one. What grade are we? 6. Let's try, what's this? Let's say this. But it goes crazy. It can go crazy. This is missing. This is, wait, I'm trying to be early. It's orange if it's early, and purple it's late, I think. Anyway, melodics is so much fun. I used to do
That's cool.
For like a year straight every day. It's amazing. It's awesome. Everyone should do it. And I think they have a free version where you can play for like 10 minutes a day or something for free, I think. Worth checking out, but it's a member subscription type based. I did get it for, I'm not paying for it. I did get it for free from Ableton, but highly recommended if you're in finger drumming. It's amazing. You can even download some of these racks as drum racks for Ableton from their website, for Melodics. So check out Melodics, okay? Super awesome for finger drumming. And the question also was, oh, Chris, no problem. Yeah, just 1 second, Chris, for the templates. And the second one was the Tribe Called Quest samples. Nissi, if there's any specific songs that you like.
Yeah, the Donald.
The Donald?
Yeah.
Yo,
let's check it out. Can you guys hear this?
Five dog, what I go on with the crew. Nothing, that's why me had to come through. Five dog, you spit wicked every verse. Them know say, respect the training man first. Five dog, I know you have them all shook up. Good shit, cause you a mastermind they cook up. Five dog, what I go on with the crew. Nothing, that's why me had to come through. Five dog, you spit.
Okay, nice. Now, are you talking about that? the vocal samples in the beginning?
No, no, like it's not there. It would be it's all collage. It's like I can't know exactly what point, but like they'll go into some very, very solid wall of sound. That one. That's yeah. They're like
There, Jack White.
What you gon' hear? What you gon' hear? Solid wall of sound. 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 Tip it up in town. Tip it up in town. Solid wall of sound. Solid wall of sound. Solid wall of sound. Push your
Move it
break
out.
Let it go. Move a couple pound of weed and a couple dollar van. Rock pocket, find another plan. Yeah, can't done. Push up on the one.
maybe
If you
like
got the sound man.
the space
Give me the DJ
program.
rock.
The
If
what?
you like, it's like so it's hard to know exactly where, but just say like you take some dialogue from a movie, like they have, like
Mhm.
Willy Wonka, they take fragments of films and conversations.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
but I'm just like I know how to like edit that together like cinematically. Like I would have done it like in Final Cut back in the day. But I'm saying here, like how would you conceive? Not so much like technically yes, but how would you play with that so it just doesn't sound like a bunch of obvious, I don't know, like how could you do something that you can't do through editing? Traditional editing, you can cut up anything. But if you're on the keyboard, what can you do? What would you do if you were going to do a very text sample type of approach?
Right, absolutely. I would say, first of all, with the finger drumming, if we set it up in a drum rack, maybe we can make a beat quickly and then maybe set up a few vocal chops in the drum rack, and then it's purely improvisational. I don't think there's any method to it that is not derived from just pure feel of the moment of just having a soundboard and playing with that. Okay, just kind of like making our own soundboard. I'm right here. I'm looking at the push. Okay, making our soundboard with whatever MIDI controller we have, just to trigger sound. So if I try to make it quick with using some samples, and just to also answer Chris's question about using templates for mixing. So I don't use templates purely for mixing because I don't usually do stem mixing, like bringing in just the audio files from a project. I mix in my own projects. So I do have templates like the Lo-Fi Hippo that we made, which already have like all the mixing racks on the tracks that I would probably have to use. So that, yes, absolutely. But not, if you're a mixing engineer, yes, you should also have presets templates for mixing when you bring in all the stems, for sure. Me, less, not so much. Let's go here. Let's go and try to find, maybe here, what we got here. I kind of like that. That's so nice. Okay, that might actually be more in kind of Bianca's, what Bianca mentioned with the RnB, but with the trap drums. So let's see what kind of, first of all, we'll load kind of the basic kick snare here. And Issy, we'll come back, we're coming back to the vocal chops just a second, okay? We're gonna make a beat for that. Decap, that's pretty heavy. There we go, let's take this cheat code one. And just some snares. It's more R&B, so maybe that one is good. maybe this. We're gonna try a few. Okay. Let's get some hats here. I'm also gonna load a few of them. Okay, and right now let's do something like this. We're halftime. Why am I so big? We're halftime, so let's first of all put one of the claps here. Let's turn on the MIDI audition. I'm on Ableton Live 12, by the way. Just show you. That's all we got. There we go. So now I'm just creating a very simple rhythm based on just this. Okay, right now we're only looking at 1 bar. We'll make it 2 bars. Let's already make it 2 bars. Oops, not here. Duplicate. Here we go. Kick. Okay, and then here we'll do. And then here maybe we'll go triplets, Command 3. Yeah, maybe something like that. Wait, what's that? That's not. Hello. I don't want this. Yes, Chris, can you hear us? Oh, we can hear you. This, and we'll turn it down. And then here, we need like a weird percussion sound. Give me like a weird. Damn, I wish we had like a toing. I'll take my time in finding that sound, but for now, we'll textures. We'll check this one. Maybe here we can find. Oh, maybe we'll make it a bit shorter, fade it out, boost it, and we're gonna use a drum bass on it to really push it. Something like this, maybe. Turn it down. Maybe. Maybe a different pitch. Okay. Okay, and we'll duplicate this. And then here at the end, we'll not this. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Chris, wait just a second, Chris. I'll answer. So we got this. I'm gonna filter it out so we have some more room for our. And now here in this drum rack, we're going to load a bunch of vocal. Where would I even find them? We need vocal kind of just conversations from movies and stuff. I'm sure there's a bunch of packs online that we can find that have all of that. Here, what we got here? They're super short. There we go.
Cause I'm and I do not do.
Okay, I'm gonna take all of these. I'm gonna load them in the drum rack. And now again, I have it right here. I have it in my push. And I can
Bang.
also maybe I don't want them to play together at the same time, so I'm going to open up right here the chain list, inputs, outputs, and right here I'm going to set all of them. I'm going to select all of them with Shift and put them on the same choke group. Doesn't matter which number as long as it's the same. So now they choke each other up. Maybe some of them are edit.
Part of my job is
I don't really feel like talking.
I'm just editing the stuff.
A president. Yeah, there's you.
I don't really feel like
part of my job is
If I play with it for like 1 minute more, we get something cool.
That's it. Thank you so much.
That was cool.
That's
you.
really sick.
Thank you, guys. It
Yuda.
says my internet is unstable. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know what's going on today.
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sweet.
Yeah.
But I had a similar question about if you were to take a sample from so I'm sampling off of records a lot, and I'm trying to do the very same thing, put it onto the push in a sliced up sample in the simpler, and the hard thing about that is you have to find the key that the song, say you take a sample from a song and you have all these slices, so that song is in a certain key and your song is in a separate key. You showed us how to do that with one note vocal samples, but are you following my question?
I think so. So you saying you started with that samples, or you want to add those samples to your existing project?
Yeah, you want to add them to
So
your
let's say we want to add
project.
something here.
Yeah, you want
Okay.
to add, and you've taken it from a sample, say, of a vocalist, I don't know, Ella Fitzgerald sample off a record.
It's just a transpose. You just want to transpose it.
Yeah. So I think he's talking
but
about
the hard part of that is she's singing different notes, so you have to find the key that the song is in first.
Right, but are you only chopping her up and using just slices, or you are remixing her song?
No, slices.
Slices,
Just
yeah.
so
I would say that let's first of all find maybe something to slice. Let's try this.
DJ SQ. The film.
Well,
Come here, rude boy, is you big enough?
we can try. So I'm taking her. We don't care about anything. Maybe that's the key. Honestly, anything. Because if we're chopping it up, if this is just slices to kind of add maybe more melodic movement or just some rhythm with some cool tones, we should tune it by key. And because usually, hopefully, we're just using one note at a time. We can even try to put in a whole orchestra of horns. But again, it might be because it slices each case to itself. Meaning that now I'm first of all just going to skip this intro. I don't want that. Let me just maybe slice this. There should be enough time to slice. Right click, slice the new MIDI track. This might be a conversation for another day, or maybe today with these presets. We might make our own preset. One slice per, let's do every half note. Let's give us 73 slices. I don't want the warping on. Let's hit OK. Get a new MIDI track with a drum rack. Go ahead.
It's different because it's in 12 now. It looks different.
Oh no, it should be the same. Same thing. Right click on an audio track, on an audio clip. Slice the new MIDI track. We have that option even since version 6, I think. This one is everyone have this. Slice the new MIDI track. You're gonna get a new MIDI track with a drum rack already with all the slices. Right, and now some of them might be too short. Actually, no, those are good. And I'm going to load the tuner. D sharp. What key are we in? D minor? D minor. Okay, D sharp is definitely not in D minor. So now we're just gonna, look up what is in D minor. And let me try to. Oof. Let's go an octave higher. And then if we warp it. At the loop here. Let's loop it somehow. Well, can I? Here we go. Now we'll have to find a cool loop section here. It has that annoying here, and the fade is on. So what's the problem? Because of the warp. Where's the snap? Can we snap it? No. Okay, we'll have to. Okay, but that's fine. Whatever. Just one of them. So if I want to transpose all of them, by the way, because it seems like they're all a bit off, let's go controls and just go up one, right click, and copy value to siblings. Okay, you also have this at in 11. But Tim, your workflow might be different. I don't know how you start chopping them up.
No, that convert all siblings, that seems like what I need.
Oh, the copy to all siblings. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure we can find something cool from the beginning there. Anyway, very similar to the soundboard, to the kind of soundboard that we made.
And Churchill and all them hills, they gonna get it straight.
In this case, because we chopped up singing, it's much more melodic, so we can use it to create a melody of some sort. Wait, we got stuff in the chat. What's going on? Chris, okay. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Nissi.
Can you also like take those slices right there and layer them? Like if you double click on the cell, will it allow you to layer the way you usually can layer a kit?
So if I want to layer something on this pad, I'll have to find what I want to layer it with. So let's go and maybe whatever, like a clap. Let's say this. So I need to drag it while holding command on the pad. And now those are layered. Why? Oh no. Okay. That's interesting that no, she's still in. I don't know, because of this looping stuff that we have here. I don't know why it reset itself. But she should be on. You see how everything reset? That's a bug. Might be a Live 12 thing. But here we go. But it is you can hear the clap. And guys, someone with the microphone is around. If you mute yourself, I'm not sure who that is. Or maybe Chris. So you choose a sample, you hold command, and then you can drag it, and then you can layer it. Can someone confirm? Because you see how this bug, how it resets everything to 0? I don't know if that's an 11 or a 12 issue, but that is a bug. It's not supposed to happen. I'm assuming it's 12 because of the new modulation system. But by the way, that's true for any drum rack. You can layer by holding command, you can layer anything. Chris, so I build templates based on the genres you're producing the most. How often do you turn back into creating new racks? That's a very good question. I think it comes kind of like in maybe every once a year, every 6 months, I sit down and create some racks. Depends on what I tend to do most at that period of time. More singing, I'll create a vocal rack. More drum programming, I'll happen to create a drum rack. Not create a drum rack, just like make something super dope and like, whoa, I gotta save some shit here. That's usually what happens. Do you do sessions of sound design looking to create racks for specific sounds? We can absolutely do that. Okay, yes. Yes, that's true. If you're more jazz you are, the more scales you use in each song. That's true. Okay. Okay, nice. It works fine in Live 12, 11? Yeah, I figured. Okay, awesome. Any other questions?
Yeah, just kind of a broad one, but like, what is your process for like either recording yourself doing vocals for a track, or like if you brought in another vocalist, just maybe something to make it more streamlined for me or for everyone else?
Okay, so two different questions here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for if you record yourself, I would absolutely say that in that situation, a rack is essential. I don't recommend anyone, if you're recording your own vocals, to only have like a EQ8 cut in the lows and maybe a compressor. So you need much more than that for, in my opinion, for non-singers to get inspired by their own voice. So that
Okay,
means
yeah,
that when you
that's
put, when you put on the headphones, you already like, okay, wow, I just a tiny bit humming and singing some different pitches into the mic and it's already sounding great. So I'll show you what I'm using, but you can replace any one of these effects that I have in the chain with any plugin or equivalent or whatever. But that's and you can of course add and remove, but I'll show you what I'm working with when my vocals, meaning that when I want to sing, I put this on, I'm setting up my mic, and it's already good to go in a way that it's kind of like, it sounded pretty solid on headphones. So when I listen to the beat in the headphones and I'm recording myself, or not even recording, just jamming and singing with myself, it's already pretty solid. Like I enjoy listening to it, and it further inspires me in real time, right? While just listening to my voice sounding good because all these effects. So
Awesome.
essential. Okay, so I would make a list, right? Let's make a list together. Where should we make the list here? Okay, and we'll open this up in a new window. We'll close this. Okay, vocal chain. Now, there's a lot of different ways of doing this. I would say there are some effects that are essential, and you can add any other creative effects that you want for a kind of your own kind of unique voice. So right here at the beginning, this is something you don't necessarily need. It's a gate, and this is more kind of for me because my mic is kind of noisy because of I'm like doing a lot of compression here with all these effects and saturation and stuff. So the gate just makes sure that it's turn off the mic or the volume of the mic whenever I'm not talking or singing. So it's just like a utilitarian kind of effect to automatically close the volume, which might be beneficial in a live show if you're doing live looping and stuff like that, and you don't want some mics to pick it up when you're not close to them or something like that. But that's you don't need this. It's very utilitarian just to kind of turn off the microphone, essentially, when I'm not singing. Okay, then very important, I would say a must, in my opinion, pitch correction plugin like Auto-Tune. That's what I'm using. Auto-Tune. In this case, I'm using the cheap version, $50, but I would usually use Auto-Tune Pro. I'm not sure. This is like the rack that I also sell on my website, but I use this, okay? And you can use, there's other plugins, you can use a free one, you know, what is it called? M-Auto Pitch. Here's a free one you can use, okay? So, and it crashed. It shouldn't crash. There's a new version of it. It shouldn't crash. But in this case, it did. But pitch correction, extremely important. That is the one thing that every time you load it in your vocal rack, you'll have to just set it to the pitch of your song, okay, to the key of your song.
Okay, cool.
Let's give it a second. I'll just give it a second and we'll continue going over it. But that is, if you don't, unfortunately, and I really hope Ableton will add it in the future in some sort of 0.1 update, which is pitch correction. That is one thing that we don't have built in Ableton. Oh man, this is just gonna stay up. Okay, we're just gonna put it there. So pitch correction, okay? So in this case, my song is in D minor. I'm gonna change that to D minor, okay? Right here, if you are using any type of these plugins, it will allow you to adjust how much of the robot sound you want, like T-Pain or less T-Pain, more natural, allow for some vibrato and stuff, you know, all those type of things. Your vocal range, okay, what you sing in that. And you can even use this type of stuff creatively, not only on vocals. Some cool textures can come about. Then I have a EQ. I call it a pre-EQ because we also have a post-EQ. So pre-EQ before the compression, essentially. Cutting some lows, boosting some mids. This might look different on your microphone, on your voice. Some light compression. You know what? It could be heavy, depends on the input level, but depends on how much volume I'm turning up on my preamp outside of the computer where my microphone is connected to. That's going to be the amount of compression here. Is this a preset? It's not a preset. I made this, but you can take like a preset gentle compression or something even from Ableton. Compression. Okay, not Roth Air is a free plugin. This is an exciter type of plugin. Exciter, it's a saturation for the mid-high frequencies, make everything much brighter and more sparkly. This is a free plugin. It hasn't been updated in a while, so I don't know how stable or how compatible it is with all the platforms, but it's free. It's called Roth Air. It's really great, kind of bringing up the sheen in your voice. But there's other plugins that do this, like Air EQ, I think it's called. I'm not sure if Air EQ is free or not. I think from Slate Digital, for example. But there's other, ones out there, including even a combination of OTT and some saturation with some band splitting. You can make your own in Ableton. Exciter. You know what? I made one a long time ago. Here we go. I don't know. I actually haven't used it on vocals because I really like the Roth Air, but I'll share it in the chat. So let me know how it is. You probably only need to, I shared it in the chat. You probably only need to boost the highs for vocals, but excitement, okay? Sweet. Then we have some saturation, very low dry wet. There's some saturation on the vocals to color it and boost it more with more harmonics as well. So saturation, which is more exciting is saturation. It's just to the mid-high frequencies and compression. Here we saturate. Then we do some mid-side EQing. This is arbitrary to me. It's just like what I came up with my vocal mic, with my preamp, so it might look different. But I do find that a mid-side EQ, where you do some different changes differently between the mid and the side, it does create a nice depth that I enjoy with the vocals. Okay? Nice. Multiband compression, I'm pretty sure this is a preset of some sort. I'm pretty sure there's a preset called multiband compression under the multiband dynamics. I think it's called multiband compression. Is it? No, it's not this one. Maybe I made that. No, I didn't. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I just updated it or something. But that's like a preset, okay, of some multiband dynamics. A lot of times you don't even need a multiband. It's just like an extra compressor, okay, the final kind of compressor to control and color, and that's it, okay? And I'll show you what's next after that. That's it. Those is like essentially what you need for just the vocal tone. And then you, of course, very importantly, you need some what's happening? Space, okay? Space is all the time based effects, reverb, delays, echoes, slapbacks, all those. So here I have a dry chain that just goes just dry. Okay, let's call this space effects. So there's nothing happening here. Then we can start mixing in reverb, delay. This is a very fast delay, 1/16 note, and echo. In this case, it's 1 bar. Okay, and I can mix them in. I have these macros as much as I want. Okay, for each song. And just as something extra that I like to do, and you can also do maybe with the shifter even, but this is another rack here that we have this plugin called Little Alter Boy that is transposing the vocals. So we have these extra layers that are higher or lower. In this case, lower. So it gives us kind of this low layer. Wow. I know I have to give an example, but I have to give an example, huh? I'll have to sing you guys something. This. Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, let's put it here on this. And it's number. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. A. Okay. Nice. And we'll see. Oh my God, I haven't sung in a while. I'm so not. You know what? Maybe I can find something. No, I don't think I can. Some dry vocals.
That sounded very cool just there, what you just did.
It
Just
did.
yeah. I mean, should give you an example, just so you can hear the differences in the vocals. Although there is actually a YouTube video exactly on this rack on my channel, Sideburns Vocal Chain.
Awesome. Okay.
That I show a bunch of examples there, so you can check that out. Maybe we can find it here. Is that it? I don't think this is it. Oh no, I didn't say what we did. That's okay. No, that's not it. But in any case, to these, I would say, are the essential effects for vocals. And if you want, you can get that rack that I have on my website, which is called Sideburns Vocal Chain. Okay. Sweet. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Yes, I do give some examples there, I think. But that is when you want to record yourself. Now, if you do want to record your an artist you collaborate with, that I would say is something slightly different approach, as you're just taking kind of the reins of the producer. I would recommend, first of all, maybe already sending the artist ahead of time some ideas, some demos, some beats that you're working on, so they can just kind of vibe with something, maybe already come with some ideas to the session, so it's not like just jamming together, although you can definitely do that, but that just might take longer. You know, you might have to do like an 8-hour session if you just come in and doing everything from scratch. So you have some ideas at the end of the session. You might just have to do it longer. But if you come with kind of already ideas for each other, it might smoothen things out. In that case, I did hear this became very popular. I forget who's the mixing engineers that did that with, I don't know, what's her face, Taylor Swift vocals or something. But if you are doing those type of sessions, besides having the beat, and I would have the beats when you're working with artists, you just have the beats here on an audio track, okay? So let's say I'm gonna load, I don't even know, but let's say tunes. Let's say I made a tune. Let me see. Ooh. This is not a tune to really record vocals on, but let's say it was. I'm gonna already put in a bunch of ideas, bunch of beats, or the beat that we already discussed. We're gonna work with the artist. I'm gonna have another, it doesn't have to be in the session, you can also be in the arrangement. I'm just gonna have my beat here on one track. That's kind of like my playback. Then I'm gonna have, this is my vocal and any other effects, of course, that we might have on our vocal for the artist. It might be different, by the way, than your vocal chain for your own voice. Might be different for that artist. Okay, we might not need a different EQ slightly or whatever. Different microphone might be better for that artist. A lot of voices are, you know, should be treated differently in some cases. But I will have the vocal track ready. Then what's very popular recently in the mixing world is already having a bunch of return tracks ready to go with a bunch of different reverbs, a bunch of different delays. Wow, look at that. I can't expand the mixer beyond this. This is also a bug. That's crazy. Okay. Let me delete them for now so we can expand the freaking browser. But I will have one, let's say, echo, and it's going to be like a quarter, and, you know, set it up in a certain way. Then another one, echo, but it's also going to have a grain delay, right? Some cool space effects for the vocals, maybe like some octave up, octave down, repitching. So then it's very easy for me, at least in the session view, to start testing out different effects. Okay, this is like the new trend of vocal mixing. Having a lot, and people do it in Pro Tools. So you can have much more than the limit in Ableton, which is 12. You can only have 12, even though we can make racks that are essentially doing the same function by doing, we can build a rack here of dry, and then start building other racks to emulate those return tracks. So it's possible, but even with 12, you can have a lot of fun by having on each one a different delay and or reverb, combination of them, chorus, phaser, distortion, you know, whatever kind of creative effects you can think of. And then, this is so annoying, I'm gonna, let me close, move. Let me close the sends. No, not the sends. I guess I can't even, wow, this is such a mess. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, now I can very easily, let me delete just a couple of them. I'm gonna go down here. Whoa. Okay. But now I can very easily test out different effects and stuff, or even do momentary things. So that's when working with other artists. Be prepared with your demos or the song already just as one audio file, so you can focus on recording the vocals. You can do some editing of the vocals if you want here, but eventually, if you need, you can take the vocals back to your production project, okay? But if you have a session with a vocalist, it should mostly be about the vocals. Okay, and hopefully you can do as much as possible to the production, for the demo at least, before the vocalists come. And the demo is mostly like, let's say, verse, pre-chorus, chorus at least. Okay, intro maybe.
That's very helpful.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, and let me know how it goes if you have the sessions with the artist.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a question.
Bianca.
Or,
yes.
Since you have that track that you did before, I would love like to see the relationship, like mixing wise, like how to mix like with the kick in an 808. Like like what do you do when you're mixing like a kick in 808 to make them sound like cohesive together, or like that they're working together? And like what frequencies do you cut out and like, you know, keep and stuff? So yeah.
Okay, sweet. Let's make a quick one here. We're gonna go back to, where was that? What did we use? I think it was here. It was here. Here, let's find another one. Let's go with like one. Okay, that's not really what we want, but if we take this and we cut it, guys, I don't know if you can hear this horrible piano, but my neighbor kid is going crazy. Can you guys hear that? Anyway, if not, you're better off. Let's do just a quick editing here. Wait here, we want the A. Maybe sound like this. No, that won't work. Let's take a different one. That's the one we had, no? Isn't that the one we had? I think so. D minor. Okay. So first of all, we gotta decide what we want to use. There's a kick and an 808. There's a kick with an 808 already. So they're already kind of like together, and usually we maybe don't want to layer them with an extra kicks to eliminate any, you know, phase cancellation and just hurting our mix. But let's first of all use maybe 808 with a kick. So I'm gonna go to my trap category here, and let's see what we got here. This one kind of have a kick, but we can layer it with one. Okay, for this has a kick, we can hear that. Let me turn up the browser so you can hear it. Let's go decap. Let's see what he got today. So again, this one's no kick. This one already have a kick. Obviously a kick. Give me something, I want something better. Where can I find those? Here, maybe cymatics. No. I think if we go back here, we might find... Oh, that's all. Something short. So many, huh? That's not what we want. What did I had? Let me just remember what they had those 808 samples that were nice. I forget 808, maybe here. Okay, those can be good. Let's try this. Now this one already have a kick. Let's put it in. First of all, we see it's F sharp. I'm gonna load the tuner on it. And you can load it in a simpler as well. Maybe we'll do it in a simpler, it'll be easier. Let's load it in a simpler. Let's load the tuner on it. Let's already F sharp. Let's already take it to D. So F sharp. If I go down one, F, E, E sharp, oh, E flat, D. Okay, nice. What 808s? I think it depends on the song. That's you can also be creative with which 808s you want. Whoops, we don't want D. We want it to be C. So if I play C, it should be C, hopefully. Let's listen. It is. Perfect. Now we can go with maybe D. And what chord is it playing here? We don't know. On in the sample, what we can try to do is right-click and choose convert harmony to new MIDI track to see if maybe it gives us the ballpark of the chord, so we have a better idea of what the bass should be. Okay, definitely don't need the high notes. Let's delete the low notes here. First chord seems like G. So let's go G. And that's too low. You can hear that. Okay, we're gonna go up. There we go. What's the next chord? Was that F sharp diminished? Is it? That can be. That's gonna be pretty heavy right there. You see it's on the second beat. Let me fold this. You see right here? It falls here. So I think we have to move it here. And then here maybe we can do some octaves or something. Why is it repeating twice? What we got there? Sounds like D maybe? Where is it? It's here. F major. Okay, F major 7. E probably minor. Where's the D? We don't even using the D. But in any case, let's just add our first notes. Most importantly, what is that going? We said what? F. Okay, let's just loop that. And now, because this is kind of with a kick, but we should add our own kick for the punch, but that might mean that we need to sidechain, okay? Because we usually don't want them to play at the same time, unless at least you're clearing out the low frequencies, at least, like sidechain just the lows. Let's I'm just gonna open a new audio track. We're gonna do it with audio. Kick. Wait, I got something in the chat. Oh, plugins or samples for 808. There's a really nice plugin called Sublab. I have the first version. I love it. It's just for 808. So it's $50. Maybe, I think, still. Now with Sublab XL, maybe it's more. But yeah, I highly recommend it. But samples, most people use samples. But there are some plugins that are nice just to make your life easier, go through presets. Can be nice. Let's go kick. I'm gonna go decap. He has some nasty kicks. Oof, that's pretty fat. I'm gonna turn everything down because we're clipping. And we're gonna need to add a snare for the, for the head nod. So let's add a snare or a clap here, just so we have it. Is that it? I don't know. That's too loud. And we'll have also probably, because of this beat, we'll have to have these feelings right here. So let's take this one. We'll pitch it up. We'll filter it. I don't love that. Let's use a shifter on it. A pitch shifter. Maybe. And this one will pitch it up a bit more. Here we go. This we'll put here. Whoops. Copy it here with the option. What? Copy it here with option? What's happening to my computer today? Jeez. Okay. And we'll, in a second, add some more hats and stuff. Now I'm gonna look at where the bass falls, and I'm gonna put a kick on every time the bass plays. Maybe we'll add another one there, but just an octave. And maybe we'll go to the envelopes and do some pitch bending. I don't know. We'll see if that works. Okay, I think here, and we'll do the sidechain just in a second, we might want to go out of the envelopes, and here we'll have to do a few kicks here. So I'm going to trigger this a few times like this. And then the kicks will also... Come on, give me this. Okay. Like that. And we'll put our snare here. This snare should probably be layered. We'll take this, but we'll put some reverb on it. And let's use the everything, whatever. That's way too. Size, decay, and turn it down. Okay, now the kick and bass, 808. Let's turn up the 808. Nice. Sidechain, many ways. Plugins, whatever you want. Let's use the Compressor 8 sidechain, solo the bass. Although we do have that nice kick in the beginning, we added our nasty kick from there. So we are gonna sidechain this to the kick, but when it does play by itself, like here, it still have that tiny bit of punch from the 808, so, which is fine. Let's turn it down. And now it's taking too much from the sound. Let's just do a tiny bit. Okay, and I guess here it's not here. And also, but this kick, you see, it's quite long. You might want to also make this kick a bit shorter. Okay, no, we're not going to do it like this. I'm going to do it a bit fancier, just to show you. But even finding the two right sounds will already sound great. But let's do dynamic EQ. Dynamic EQ. Meaning that I'm going to load an EQ here on the 808. And I only wanted to cut Let's see our kick. I'm gonna look at our kick. Our kick is very low at, come on, give me the, around 42 hertz. We can see it right here. 42 hertz, that's super low. We're gonna take our EQ here. We're gonna take it, we're gonna put it around 42. Fairly narrow because there's so much energy in these low frequencies. Okay, we just want this. We'll maybe adjust that. Then I'm gonna go back to the 808. This is a bit advanced, but I'll show you. We're gonna put the envelope follower. That will listen to the volume of the kick. I'm gonna put it on the kick. Okay, so it's gonna create an envelope every time the kick plays. I'm gonna map this to the gain of the EQ. It doesn't work how we want it to. Let me also make it not mod so you can see. You see what's happening? So I just want to adjust the minimum and maximum to 50 and 25. I have a whole video just on dynamic EQ for vocals, but it's the same concept here. Now if I play it, see what's happening? So just when the kick plays, it turns down just that kind of band of frequencies. Let's make it a bit wider. Are we in D minor? It seems like we need to add some melodic movement right here at the end because we don't have a snare and it's the end of the phrase. So we're just going to add one thing on top of that, maybe electric piano, and we'll load our crisp dreams and we'll push a bunch of stuff here. And we're in D minor. Ugh, I missed a few notes, but whatever. Let's say capture that. Let's delete this. Let's move it ahead. Move it ahead. And let's just delete it and record again. Maybe something like that. Nice. Let's make it move from left to right. Okay, but sidechain compression, or just to even manually, sometimes, let me turn this off, freeze this, open this, or copy this. I'll just do this. This is probably the most accurate. This is more EDM stuff if you want us to be super accurate. You see that? Or maybe sound like this. So I'm making sure that I don't have, so the kick is like on its own. Might be like a brief moment. This is a long kick. So that's also an option. But essentially sidechaining, but super precise and completely muting the element in that section. Okay, try that. I would say, by the way, this is hopefully for everyone, and Bianca, right now I would more focus on kind of choosing the right 808 and kicks that just sound banging right out of the box before we do any mixing and stuff, which we can do, but you know, just straight up already. Let me filter the kick a tiny bit, just so we don't have that hat layered on top of it. Nice. And then we can duplicate this, and maybe here, I like how it's going down. I want to trigger it again, maybe here. No, a fifth below. And then this will have to be twice. I wish, so I would maybe delete this and here bring in like a different super distorted bass for a second. That'd be super dope. Thank you, Nisi. Yes, amazing. Vocal EQ, the dynamic one. You can use it for space. Okay, more questions. Wait, did I miss something in the chat?
So when you began this project, this process here, you started with something that was already blending a kick with a pitched bass.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
I did use something that used a pitched envelope in the beginning, which makes it sound like already has some sort of a punch in the beginning of the 808. It's already have something there.
You could have made that yourself though, right?
Absolutely.
You could have blended those two. Okay.
You can absolutely do that. Let's say very quickly, just for also putting in some synthesis in here. If I go and load, let's start with drift. Drift, here's the default patch. Let's try to make a kick. I'm going to turn off oscillator 2 in the noise. Let's turn it into a sine wave. I'm going to play it a few octaves lower. And we'll need to modulate the pitch to go really fast up and down to create a type of kick that we get from 808s. So first, I'm going to make it first monophonic. Okay. Nice. So I'm going to go and use this LFO as an envelope. You know what? Let me make it simpler. Let's try wavetable. Is wavetable going to be visual? Let's do Vital. Vital is free. Everyone should have Vital. It's free and it's absolutely amazing. So no reason not to have this. But again, we're here. I'm going to go and choose basic shapes to switch to a sine. And let's go down here. Not the level. Let's go down in octaves here. Okay, nice. Now I want an envelope to take the pitch and jump really fast up and really fast down for that kind of kick effect. So if I'm taking envelope number 1, or maybe we'll use a different envelope. That's for kind of just our 808 sound. Okay, let's take envelope number 2, make it super fast, super short, and map it to the pitch. Nice. Let's say take down the modulation range. And let me play it even low. Okay, now we can get that kick because the kick is just, or what we can explain how a beater hits the drum, like the kick drum. Essentially, what's happened to the pitch is going up and down super fast, as how the skin stretches, okay, and de-stretches, if that's the word. And then, in addition to that, we just have a tone that is sustained. And let's say distort it a tiny bit here. Okay, but again, some basses will just have that pure tone without that extra kick part. So it's just important to differentiate between those two type of samples for 808s. And should you add your own kick? Should you just, there's a lot of like heavy trap songs that just use 808s or 808s with a tiny bit of that kick in the beginning, and not like another layered kick. A lot of beats use both, where it allows you to do different stuff, like play the kick by itself or play the 808 by itself as well. So it's really up to you. Just be aware of those two things. Okay, and in this case, yeah, I first started. I have the sample, the loop, and then I just found the notes, which is number 1. I first, if you can, first have the notes. Not even all of them, just just announcing the chords that are playing. Then the sound. I already love it. Okay, I already like the sound. There's nothing on it. Except this, later, but we don't even need that. And honestly, if I put super gentle drum sounds, this is enough. Let me mute the drums. Let's say filter out. I'm going to put lo-fi plugin on the loop here. And then we're going to load a drum rack. Let me think a second where we can, oh, I know. Let's go here. Where's the lo-fi? Here we go. Drum hits. Perk. Give me some. There we go. And maybe this. And maybe this. Okay, even just that, I think with the bass, with no kicks, no nothing, and a filtered sample can work nicely. And then our fill. And then we can just loop that. No, we're not gonna loop that. We're gonna loop this, duplicate that, and delete maybe these. And I'll switch that sample or repitch that. With vocals, it's gonna be sick, and then I have so much more room to boost the energy. If I have control over the energy of my musical idea, that's all I need to compose a full song. I can now open this up, I can bring in a kick, I can bring in the other elements, and I got like a different energy for different sections. Right? And of course, thinking about the vocals and the different melodies of the vocals that will contribute the most to differentiation between the sections. Technically, as a producer, and a lot of Drake songs might be like that, you can keep the beat the same for 3 minutes and just have the artist differentiate the sections with the different melodies and rhythms that they sing with. But already just this. Okay? But yes, the 808s, with anything. And this is just my school of thought. There's a lot of people that are absolutely right that will spend hours explaining to you the intricacies of the mixing process. In my approach, I try to eliminate the mixing process as much. I don't want to mix. I hate mixing so much. I hate it. I don't want it. So my way is to just make sure that I choose the just sounds that already work together, and the mixing might be something that will just help them rather than make them work together. If that makes sense. I already tried to choose stuff that work together. That's my point.
Can you share this project with us?
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. Let me save it. What should we call it? What number?
Number 1.
Number 1? Okay. Sounds good. Sweet. What is this? Oh, that's a kind of low kind of drums. Let's take all of this. Duplicate that a few times. Right here in the beginning, we're going to go like here, delete all of this. And we're going to simplify everything here. And we're also going to take, we know our chords essentially, I think, kind of, from here. So I'm going to go and load the pad sound. And please stop me if there's any questions. I'm just going, okay? If anyone wants to ask any question about anything. Let's say I take this. We said G minor. Which this is a G minor with that's nice, huh? Okay. We don't want this. And that's already too many notes. Why is this distorting? Is it this? No. What is distorting here? Is it the and then here. Oh, what am I doing? We have this super cool check this. I'm gonna highlight this section. What was it? Command Op Shift J. No, Command Option J. Haha. That's a new thing in Live 12. And what's the last one that we E? We might have to just make regular minor because this is some crazy clutter stuff. Okay, duplicate that again. We're gonna bring in our light perk. Where is it? Is it here? Okay. Nice, and here at the end, we'll have to do again, go to the envelopes, MIDI control, pitch bend, maybe take this down. And nothing happened because the synth here, if we go to the MIDI, the pitch bend is only 2 semitones. Let's do like 48. That's gonna be like going too low. You know what we need?
Sick.
Yeah, thank you. You know what we need? We need our soundboard from before. Where was those vocals that we found that just was here? Right? Something here. Phrases. Let's take 2.
Talk to me, dirty.
Damn.
Talk
Okay.
to me.
Let's take 1. Feel the funky music. What was that? Fatboy Slim or something?
It's a great office.
Wait, I'm just gonna use my push.
And I do not do Windows.
Oh, what we forgot? Remember these? Choke groups, inputs, outputs, select all, same choke group. Just so it's not, just one sample at a time. So we don't want too crazy. Got the push here.
Bang,
Cause I'm
Damn.
bang.
That's kind of cool.
Churchill and all.
I don't really feel like
Kick back, part of my job. Kick back and relax, watch a fun little movie.
That can work right here towards the end, and then someone's talking about meeting a guy or some shit that happened, like her and all that. Oh, Cesar, I forget who you said, but complaining about guys. That's the modern R&B.
I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. No, I listen to it all the time. It's my shit. That's what I like. I also like improvising on top of this. Okay, on top of this stuff, which is super fun. Just as long as you know the key, which I'm not really sure we're in D minor, to be honest with you. Did we transpose the sample? We didn't. It says D minor here, but is it D minor? There are some plugins. Do I even have any of them? Like AutoKey. Version 2. I don't have 2. I have 1. There's also AutoKey for the iPhone, but you can play your kind of like the speakers, and then it gives you the key. I don't know. I don't think it is. Oh, okay. Aaron, good question. Oh, so just 1 second. The volumes on all over the place on the vocal chops. How would you recommend dealing with that? So, very good question. I would first of all go, although compressor might help somewhat with that, but I'll go here. And I'm sorry. Let me first. I'll go to the session view. I'll open up the drum rack. This is our vocal chops or vocal phrases. I'll open it up. So I have a mixer view. Let's say this is my kind of standard.
Cause I'm
Okay, but literally go and just adjust them. It shouldn't take too long. Just the
Cause I'm
No, what was it?
You can't explain.
But anyway, you just go one by one and just turn them down. A lot of times I'll do also this, so they're a bit more panned stereo. But literally mix them. This is literally mixing them. This, of course, we took a lot of them. I'm probably for sure not going to use all of them in our project. This is just to play around till I find something cool, but adjust the volumes, okay? One by one. Bianca, you had a question?
Not a question. I just was gonna say I just got to my studios because I wanted to hear this on my speakers, and it sounds amazing.
Okay, good, excellent. Glad to
Yeah.
hear. Glad to hear. Also, I do want to. This is, at some point I would buy. There's one headphones that I really want, but they cost like 500, and it's hard for me to justify. Guys, this is a $20, not $20, like $50 headphones. I don't know how much this, but the Audio Technica, they're great. But just overall, to recommend on working on headphones if you feel like your studio is not up to, acoustically treated, because mine isn't. I still work on the speakers just to jam, play fun, play with my synths, but a lot of the mixing stuff I do on headphones. Okay, amazing. Questions? More questions, guys?
Before, when you had maxed all of your 12 sends,
Mm-hmm.
would that be your, like, to me, that looked like I would want to map that and play that live. So that you couldn't do with the chain, right? The chain, like if you said you could also just do a chain and then you could go on and on beyond 12, but you don't have that kind of, you can't mix it the same way live, right? Because if you have the send knobs.
So yes, you can kind of do that. Let me show you an example. Let's say I'm gonna put it on our vocal chops, and I'm gonna load echo, like a delay. So right now I wanted to kind of like send to it. So it's, let me just first of all see what we wanted to do before we do this. So here we have a vocal chop. Let me put just one like here.
It's a great office.
I love it. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's say, okay, let's say this, and let's say it's repeating again, and excuse me the repetition, we're not gonna keep it there, but let's say it's repeating again here.
It's a great office. It's a great office.
Okay, or maybe even here. Let's choose something else.
In word. I plan to teach law at Columbia.
I plan on taking.
No, let's do
In word. It's a great office.
Okay, office. So let's say I just want the office word to be delayed. That's one of the benefits of return tracks. Let's put an echo on return track A instead of this. And we'll do like half a bar, sound like this. Okay, nice. So now if I want to only have
It's a great office.
just the office, I can automate the send knob right here to send just the office.
It's a great office. It's a great office.
Let's do this. And we don't need to hear this right now.
It's a great office. Great office. Great office. Great office.
All right, we hear the delay. So this is one of the benefits of return tracks in live performance. We can do dub effects, like send just a brief moment of any sound to be delayed, reverbed, whatever we want. If you want to do it directly on the track, I think that's what Nissi asked, what we do is we can put an audio effect track, create two chains. One is dry and one is wet, which is reverb, delay, whatever it is. It's usually going to be 100% wet. So put it on the wet chain, 100% wet. Let's set it up roughly the same. Maybe some reverb, more feedback, and let's filter the delays. Okay, something like that. Now I'm going to go to the chain selector. I'm going to put the dry over two of them. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. So now I can map to macro, just this one, which is going all the way. It's too much for us. We don't want that. So I'm going to go to the mapping of the macro and limit it to just 1, 0 to 1. So now you see it only moves between those two. So we have just the dry.
It's a great office. It's a great office.
And the dry and the wet together.
It's a great office.
Let's solo that.
It's a great office.
Okay, now the only thing here is that we're essentially sending 100%. Like we're sending all the way. Where is it? We don't have a return track. All the way here. So if we don't want to send it all the way, we can just turn down this.
It's a great office. It's a great office.
Okay, and you can do this live with this chain selectors. You can do this live. Okay, and then if I want, I'll add more. I'll add like a group it and nested it. I'll add more if I need more effects.
Okay, You could just do that though on the sends. This is just like you're doing this instead of the sends with the macros.
Yeah, this is kind of to reach the limit of 12 cents. It's going crazy. But you guys can do it with the return tracks. I just showed like a way of doing it on the track itself. Do it on the return tracks. That's what they're there for. It's absolutely amazing for this type of effects, for this dub effects. Just one word, just one snare, all of a sudden is full reverb. Return tracks are perfect for that, but that's how you can do it on the track if you need. Okay, I don't know if you guys heard that because my computer just
Yeah,
bugged.
I can. Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
okay. You could hear. Okay, awesome, sweet. So, but yes, Nissi, return tracks, guys. Don't for effects for live stuff. Return tracks are amazing. I use them all the time. I even use it for live looping. Return tracks, and there is a video. Here, I'll show you. Here's my good example of both. First of all, a return track looping, and also my voice with the vocal rack. Okay, 10 return track tricks you should know. Okay, so here we go. Here it is. Live loopings. Let me just explain what's happening here. I have a project, and I have instruments here: electric piano, bass, backing vocals, main vocals, and a loop of drums. I set up on a return track. I set up a looper. Okay, set up a looper, and you can check out the video if you want more. Set up the looper. Then I mapped my MIDI controller to arm these tracks one by one so I can switch between which track I'm currently recording. Everything is being sent to the return track. Besides my main vocals, I don't want to loop them, and I don't need to loop, the drum loop. So only the keys, bass, and backing vocals are all being sent to this looper that is on the return track. I mapped my sustain pedal, which is $20 connected to my MIDI controller, to this record button of the looper. Okay, then I'll show you the results. The benefit of putting it on the return track is that you can also mute the looper between transitions and stuff, which you can't do when it's on as an insert looper. So again, just one more example of return tracks. They're absolutely amazing, and you can check that video. I'll just show you the example because I also put the vocal chain we just saw on my vocals. And I'm not singing, I'm just mumbling, but at least you can hear the effect that if I'm singing without it, I don't sound good. With it, I'm decent. So let me get my sustain pedal and let's play it. Hope you can hear it. Okay, so now I'm playing on my MIDI controller, recording the looper. I'm gonna switch to the bass. So let's switch that. Let's play some bass. Switch to the vocals. So backing vocals. Use that vocal depth we talked about before. Looping a few times. Okay, now I'm gonna press my pedal again to go into play mode. I'm gonna arm my main vocals, but before that I can also mute.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She got me going like that. Oh. I'm just mumbling, I don't know what to sing. Yeah.
Anyway, you get the idea. So return tracks, absolutely. Check out that video. I'll give a bunch of.
Wow, very cool.
Yes.
What was the name of that video?
10 return tracks trick you should know. I'll paste the link in the description.
I'm gonna need some of them claps.
The clap, yeah, absolutely.
Woo, it's fire.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, return tracks, so useful. Very important. We have time for a few more questions. What we got here? Oh, here we gotta put some vocal chops probably in the beginning here.
But if I understood what you said,
Yes.
but if I understood what you said,
But only one is there who really knows.
Okay, whatever. Let's put it here before the.
but if I understood what you said,
But only one is there who really knows.
It's a great office.
I love that it's a great office. Okay. What is that, Sarah? End of the. I'll show you this trick. I'll probably do it here just to emphasize it. This one is just the end of the phrase, kinda. Let's reverse them, but still have them playing the same thing. So highlight them, reverse. Well, no, don't highlight, just reverse the entire clip. And then we'll freeze and flatten. We now have a button, one button for freeze and flatten, which is awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna reverse it back. Reverse it back. Here we go. Let's solve that. So they're still playing the same notes in the same order, but the sound is reversed. So I reverse the MIDI, freeze and flatten, reverse again. Okay, same order of notes, but the sound is reversed. It's kind of like from the trap world that now used a lot in R&B. Nice. And one more tip I'll give you, because I posted it recently on Instagram, is if anyone is interested in making custom keyboard shortcuts. This is on Mac. I'm sure there's a PC solution, but custom keyboard shortcuts. As you can see here, I have a custom one for collect all and save that I've made. And you can make to any menu item that doesn't have a shortcut, you can make a shortcut on Macs. To do that, go to your system settings, and then we have to find our keyboard. Here we go, keyboard. We're gonna go keyboard shortcuts. And here, we're gonna go app shortcuts. We're gonna add our own custom shortcut for Ableton Live 12. And we have to title it exactly the right menu title. So right here, if I right click, we can see freeze and flatten track. Let's say I want to create a shortcut for this. So a keyboard shortcut. I have to make sure it's written exactly the same. Let's see if it works. So we're going to go back here, add Ableton Live 12. We're going to call it freeze and flatten track, exactly as it says. And the keyboard shortcut that we want is, where's the freeze and flatten track? Yeah, can we, or should I just, let's try a shift, command, option, shift, comma. Here we go. So I hit the keyboard, command, option, shift, comma. Hit done. Done. Did that work? No, do I need to reset? But we should see the keyboard chat right here, something that didn't, but that's how you do it, and that's how I did right there, that keyboard shortcut. As you can see, I have collect all and save. I had this, and right here I have it. Oops. Under collect all and save. Let's see if we can just restart the software, see if it works. I'm gonna quit this. Let's save this. I'll send this to you. Let's open up 12 again. And this, I'm on 12. This works in any version of Live. This is a Mac thing. Okay, so if you see menu options that don't have keyboard shortcuts and you do want, you can set them up there. You know what? It might not be at the right-click menu. It might be only on these menus. The question is, do you have freeze and flatten track? Here we go. Here's my custom shortcut. You see that? Will it appear also on this menu? It won't appear on this menu. It will, but it's still, you have the shortcut because we have it. So it's only for these menu items. But there's some who doesn't have keyboard shortcuts. Where was it? Here we go. Okay, it's our custom one. Nice. And I'm assuming they will add a keyboard shortcut at some point to the tuning section. That's empty right now. Okay, more questions? Okay. Sweet. Very good.
It's a great.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, let's see if there's any final questions for today. Next week, I really hope we're gonna come back to normal. Although I do have my parents in town for the next month. So expect irregular timing with all the emails and everything.
I have a quick question,
Yes, please.
if you have more
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Like now that you've set up this D minor structure, and where would you, like, let's say you want to migrate to, like, let's say you want to get into a major feeling, whether you go into a major or whatever, you still want to get in, you want to break away from this and then come back. What would be your first three, like, what would be your first inclination? Just go to the, migrate up to the fifth or to the
Okay,
fourth?
very good question. So right now our progression, if we look at it, it's G minor 7, going to F sharp diminished 7, yeah, going to F major 7, going to E, what seems to be minor 7, but there's no really 3, there's no 5, so who knows what that is. Should also be, it's elusive because it should also be diminished, but it's not. That's cool. And this is just a chromatic motion between these two chords. These two chords are diatonic to D minor. Anyway, so now I would want to make maybe a different section after I do this. The singer sings, right? For a bunch of different intro, verse, chorus. Maybe I want to go to a bridge or some sort. Maybe even the chorus I want it to be slightly different. So I would essentially think about the chords of D minor and maybe try to focus more on the major ones. Like we do have the F major, which is really nice. Let's go to our glide pad. And then what other, let's see what other chords we have in D minor diatonic chords. Let's ask our friend. Oh no, never mind. Well, can we use Bard or something? D minor diatonic chords. Generate. Though we see them here. Give me some. Okay, we can use this, I guess. Here we go. D minor, F major. We got B flat major. We got C major. And maybe we should put a minor in there just to kind of get, you know, not to sound too happy or cheesy. Hopefully it will sound euphoric. That's usually the happy that you want. Okay, so F minor 7. I'm just going to use my arrow keys. Yeah, I need a bigger grid. Okay, and maybe we'll hold that. And then we'll go to what we said, B flat major 7th. Or major. Is it major 7th? Yeah. Okay, here we go. And I got a whole new section. Let's develop it for the 7 minutes that we have. I'm going to go with maybe more. I want to create contrast because this might be my bridge after my second chorus, because this is my main idea of the song. If it's an R&B song, this is my main idea. This is how I'm going to build my chorus, my pre-chorus, my verse, almost everything. But then my bridge, I need to go somewhere else. This can be great. So I want to create some contrast with some other elements. Like so far we had sampled drums. Why not? Let's put some drum breaks. Maybe this. What's our BPM? 140. want something. Oh. Okay, nice. Maybe some vocal chops and stuff, right? Let's say maybe here we'll add electric bass kind of thing. Where is it? Hello. Rickenbacker. Rickenbacker. I don't need this. And we're gonna, what we are? F major and B flat. What's happening here? It's still loading the samples. Okay, and then we'll step up in some way. Right, we're stepping. And now it's kind of going bossa nova route, but that's going to be a cool contrast. We need some vocal chops. What we got?
I've been thinking about myself. People.
Let's try that. I'm gonna put it in a sampler. I have no idea what key it is, but we'll make it work. Just gonna put. Let's chop it up. Just the wicks is fine. Let's put a reverb on it. And then maybe another one. Ooh. Where is it? We're gonna make it longer by moving the other slice there. And we'll have to re-pitch this. Anyway, but then once we're thinking about playing this first idea that we had for 3 minutes or something. Well, what happened there? Sorry, we had this on. And then some transition. Okay. And then we're going to summer, and this is the essence of a bridge or a C section, a C part. You could go anywhere you want. And that's going somewhere else to refresh the ears, and everything will make so much more sense when we have the artist singing and connecting all the different sections. Okay, and then going back to our original idea. And we still need to develop this, of course, right? But hopefully we got the idea, and then we'll do some transition, or maybe leave only the drums. You can always transition in some way. Right, and then maybe we'll go back to our old chords. Whoa. Right, and maybe some melodies that we introduced in the verse and chorus to kind of prepare us to go back to the first section, or just end on the bridge or C section, whatever you want to call it. C like as A section, B section. Right, we have C. So to summarize this point, because we know the key, we're gonna just look at the chords. We want something a bit more major. We focus on the major chords. Okay, I usually don't do only majors unless it's like 2 chords. If it's like a 3-4 chord progression, maybe also put 1 minor there to keep it interesting. Okay.
That was amazing.
Good.
Okay, I get it. Thank you so much.
You got it, absolutely. Amazing. Okay, everyone. We will very hopefully come back to regulars next Sunday, thinking about the topic. I have a few in mind. We'll decide this week, but we'll be in touch. And thank you for pushing me yesterday on Discord, Tim, Nisi, to do this.
Sorry, I
so
didn't
love-
mean to worry
no,
about
I
you. I
love.
won't worry about you anymore.
Oh no, I appreciate you worrying, but also pushing to do this, because this Sunday, yesterday was great. We had a show and stuff, but it's just hectic, nonstop stuff that family and everything. But I love doing this, so it's a great escape in some way. So thank you for joining, everyone.
Thank you, Yuda. Thank you. We
got it.
appreciate your time as always, man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Akshay.
so great.
Thank
so
you.
great. Amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you,
What was
guys.
that?